Hey guys, this is Sir Robert, and we're going to look at another Town Hall 7 versus Town Hall 7 attack. And we'll look at, again, my approach that I would take to this particular base. So, again, first thing I look at is the placement of the air defense towers and the level. One's a level 3, one's a level 4. Again, with drags, that's not a huge deal. It's something I don't really worry about too much, but of course, if all things being equal, I would take out the one that's greater. Next thing I look at, of course, is air sweep replacement. Um, Again, I don't want to have my dragons necessarily coming into an air sweeper if possible. Here, it's kind of the outer limit, so it shouldn't play a big role. If I was taking out this one and coming into this air defense, it's not going to play a huge role. But again, I'd like to avoid it if possible. The next thing, of course, and one of the more important things is the actual placement and what is in the way, how close it is to the outside, and what buildings do I have to go through. In this particular case, this one here is pretty simple. I got some drills, but nothing too big coming through here. Pretty exposed. This one here, more buildings to go through, but these buildings are on the outer limit of the of this air defense, so they'll be taken out pretty easily. So again, it's a pretty poorly designed base. Very easy to get either one of these. Me personally, looking at this space, it's really a trade-off. Both are really simple, especially with the 3 lightning strikes. I just don't like messing with the air sweeper, so I might consider coming in this way. But the only consideration I would have is, where are my dragons going to go? Are they going to come from here and go outside, come around this way, or are they actually going to make their way in? A little bit of a gamble on this side for that reason. Here, same type of thing, a little risk. Is it going to come from this cannon and go this way, or are they going to come in? But for the most part, they're pretty equal. It's again, with the 3 lightning strike, it's a 1-2-3 home run. Let's see how Jen does on this one. The greater one. It's going to obviously attack from this side. Coming into the air sweeper, not the biggest deal in the world. One thing that I would tell you is you certainly can use your Barb King. It's rarely a need for it with 10 7s, but you certainly can. You certainly can use it in the center, but again, I personally like to use it, or any ground troop for that matter. If let's say I don't have 200 troops, I have 190 troops in my camp, and I can't fill it with all dragons, and I'm bringing some ground troops. I like using my ground troops to clear the outside of my funnel, not necessarily the inside of my funnel. Now, when using ground troops, there's 2 things that I want to think about with my ground troops, because I don't want my ground troops messing with anything other than the buildings that I want to take out. So first is Clan Castle, because the Clan Castle doesn't have much of an effect on my dragons, but it does have a great effect on my ground troops. So I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to release my ground troops close to that Clan Castle. The next thing I want to think about is this guy right here, this Barb King. So I don't want to have my troops near him either. So if I can drop them to take out some buildings towards the outside of my funnel, here's the outside of the funnel. I assume he's coming up the middle here, and that's going to be the outside portion of his funnel. I would have used this Barb King over here. Let him come down this side here, clear this area out for me, not be dealing with this Barb King or dealing with this Clan Castle. That's where I would use him. And then at the same time dropping the Barb King here, I would drop a dragon over here. Wait a few seconds, drop a dragon over here. Or actually, I could drop at the same time, because I know this high hit point building is going to take longer to go down than this. So I would put 1 dragon here, 1 dragon here, 1 dragon there, and then put a dragon here, creating that funnel. Let's see how Jen does. So immediately it's going to take him down pretty quickly. Next thing is, if you guys know from my other videos, is use of balloons. Balloons, I don't like to release balloons until I know that the air defenses are locked on and taking out my dragons. That's rule number one. Not taking out, but attacking my dragons. That's rule number one. Rule number two, and whenever possible, is balloons are going to go to whatever defense is in its way. The first one, which is this line right here, these two defenses. So if possible, especially in this case, I want to release my balloons when these guys are down. So if I release my balloons here, there is nowhere for my balloons to go other than straight to this air defense. We're releasing them now, they're going to go here, and then they can go here, but they may go here if they survive. So with balloons in your clan castle, you really want to wait until this air defense is locked on, and if possible, wait till these defenses are taken out of the way, and that way you have a clean shot, and that air defense is going to be taken out. Let's see how this plays out. Unfortunately, the air defense is right on the got lucky. That's the end of that.